found it. And when I want to stand up and get something, I forgot immediately when I stand up. And what is worse, if I want to call somebody's name, I forgot, like, what is his name? And
Tom.
okay. And sometimes when people call me, like, hey Jessica, and I'll do this. Hi, what's his name? And that is really embarrassing. So why would people forget others people's name? There is an experiment on remembering the same word baker. If I tell A to remember that there is a man whose name is a baker, and then I'll tell B to remember that there is a man whose job is a baker. Then after a while I'll come back and ask two of them, do you still remember the word I told you? Then the man who was told his name was a baker is less likely to remember the word that the person who told his job is a baker. So here comes the problem. Same word, but different amount of remembering. So what is happening here? Well, the name baker may actually have nothing to do with you, but the common noun baker may have something to do in your mind. If you think of a baker, you may come up with a guy with funny white hat and some flour in his hands, or maybe on the nose. So pictures and stories can help us remember things easier. Even those information are not connected, you can make some links to make them connected. If I want to remember a 19th century painter, Monet, I would want to remember some of his background information, like where he comes from, or what kind of painting he usually do, or even how many wives he had. I would list all the information down and find what are the connections in between. Then I find out I can find something in his name. So here is his name. When I write down the Chinese name, I find that here is a sun. And when I see this sun, I will think of this. And what is this? That is his famous painting called Sunrise. And when I have that picture in my mind, I know that he is an impressionist because of his drawing style. And if I want to know about his full name, there is also something to do with the sun. If you see the sun, there are always clouds around like this. And that's right. That is his name. His name is... This is a cloud, so his name must be Claude Monet. Oh. See, that's easy. So, if we create this kind of information, there will be hooks and hooks and hooks. If we remember these things, you may have good memory and long memory. And by the way, he only had 2 wives. When I want to remember some of my friends' names, I will start to think what is the best way to remember. People tend to remember the English name rather than Chinese name because English name is more common. So when I'm trying to remember one of my friends' name, who is Wang Jieling, I'll take the last 2 words out and started to read it very fast, and it becomes Jelling. And what is the word jelling you will think of in English? That may be jelly. the things that you eat jelly. So whenever, thank you. So whenever I think of his name, I'll think of jelly, 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 jelly. So I think that's why people will give other people nicknames, because Chinese name is really hard to remember. And I think there are so many information in the world and so many words for us to remember. You can forget where you put your bicycle. You can forget your USB on your table before you leave your dorm. But you may not want to forget your friend's name. So next time, if I know how to use this kind of connection, I will not drop into the what's his name situation again. Thank you. Back to Ian.